What's up, all my alpha male gamer fellow sex havers, virgins, non-virgins, fuckers, and anything in between? I'm Zach Lewis, and joined here with my co-host Nick J. Daigle, bringing you the first episode starter pack of the Young Broke Crackers podcast. So, I'm pretty sure nobody asked this, but Daigle, where the fuck have you been for like a year?
I have been sitting on my ass doing nothing. I'm not gonna lie.
So, what happened to your channel?
2K20 happened.
So the worst game of the franchise. So when did you start playing 2K20? Or 2K, period?
So the first video game I ever played was NBA Live 2000, either 2001 or 2002, with Steve Francis on the cover. This was on the original Xbox. And then, so after that, something happened to the disc. It broke, or I don't remember exactly what happened. But I ended up getting, this was probably when I was about 8, so like 2010. I ended up getting 2K7, which was the most recent game on that console. And I put more time than I'm proud to admit into that one.
I feel
And
you.
since then, it's kind of been the same until this year. It's like even with 2K18, I kept playing that for a good bit despite everything.
Yeah, because that game kind of sucked ass. And nobody asked the exact same question of me where I've been. From uploading screen recorded dog shit phone games to uploading dog shit short films, no one has said, "Oh my god, Zach, where did you go?" Well, my brain got fucked up, and this is my fetus brainchild failed abortion, the YBC podcast with my son. So in this area, we're going to talk about literally anything far in between. Like, you can throw a goddamn ball and hit something that we talk about, whether it be from the total pussy, beta male, Call of Duty athlete, video game, just anything in between topics, all the way to the alpha male stud muffin realm of sports, specifically the NFL and NBA when seasons provide, all the way to fucking music, movies, and TV, period. And on that note, let's just toss this bitch into the NBA and let's just get right into it. So, everyone knows about the original Big Three, the Bulls franchise, but in 2020, there is a new Big Three. And no, it's not the Warriors. It's the Dallas goddamn Mavericks. So, Dallas has picked up quite a few prospects in the past 2 years. We got Luka last year. We got Kristaps this year, and we got Boban Marjanovic. In fact, the Mavs have a really good dynasty right now, I'm not going to lie. However, these three have been fucking shitting on everybody, like playoff-bound Mavericks would. Boban, like, you hadn't heard of this dude last year. Maybe you have, but, like, you'd have to put your ear hella to the ground. Everyone knew who Kristaps was, and you probably knew who Luka was. However, Boban has been delivering like a motherfucker right now. Man has 22 points per, which is pretty much more than most of the beasts right now. The low-key beasts, as you will. Joker, Nikola Jokic, CJ, Ja Morant, rookie boy, James Butler, Kevin Love, Kyle Lowry, and probably the best Celtic for a while now, Jason Tatum.
All three of these guys are at the top of the league in a bunch of stats that nobody knows about or wants to know about. You have Boban with 22.7 points per 36 minutes. Luka with 45 per 100 possessions and third in usage rate. And then Kristaps with a top three in the league and a corner 3-point percentage.
So, like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if these Mavs climbed that playoff board. Like, if not finals bound, heavy deep in the playoffs.
Stuck at 5 as we speak.
And honestly,
So I'd be looking at a series against the Nuggets, which, from what we've seen so far, would be a great series.
if we're going to switch from a good team to an, even though their record doesn't show it, really not good team, the Philadelphia 76ers. Like, stat-wise, they're pretty damn good. However, they only have, I mean, names don't mean everything. However, Ben Simmons is kind of choking it up on the court right now.
Oh.
But I feel like if Joel Embiid gets, like, back to prime Joel, I feel like the Sixers will do some good. However, for now, even though their record is playoff bound, to be honest, they're not going to go very far. They're going to probably match up with some team that just has much better chemistry, and they're just going to get shit on.
Severely underperformed.
But, I mean, if you want to talk about underperforming and perhaps clutching the fuck up, we got to talk about Zion, though. I mean, this dude literally came out, put up 2 points in the first half of his first game. Man must have been just, like, chilling. However, in the end of the game, though, man must have, like, shot up steroids, snorted a line of coke, just woke the fuck up. Man came out, put up 22 in the end, 17 be that in the fourth quarter in 4 minutes. Like, can I have some pretty please? Because, like, I don't know. Motherfucker literally knows how to put up from anywhere. Man went 4 for 4 behind the arc. 8 for 11 just everywhere. It was kind of ridiculous. Man already leads the league per 36 minutes point-wise.
And tonight, he only had 15, but...
Man shaking the rust off.
15, 6 rebounds. Didn't shoot great from the free throw line. But he did have a plus-minus of 16, which was the game high.
So,
Which
I expect
they outscored the Nuggets by 16 points when he was on the court.
I expect hella big things from this motherfucker, to be honest, but I've been
and then
wrong.
He also had a block that looked just like the one he had at Duke.
So when Zion goes back, when he loses that fat he has on him from being hurt all this time, and we see Duke Zion go out there, man might be like too difficult, period. However, so I know we just talked about a dynamic duo that blows, but let's just talk about one that just, like, split. Kyrie and LeBron played on Wednesday or Thursday. I couldn't be bothered to remember.
Thursday.
The Nets lost. It's not even like you flip a coin and you have a better chance of getting what you predicted than the Nets winning. I mean, Nets lost by 15. Kyrie put up 20. LeBron had a triple-double. Anthony Davis had a double-double. And the fact that the Nets guys are performing almost as good or better than Kyrie is kind of saying something. Because, I mean, Cavs Kyrie was a beast. I mean, man didn't need shit, but I think as soon as he started growing his hair out and growing out a beard, he kind of started taking those fat L's. So Kyrie, shave
If
the
you have
beard,
Cavs
God.
Kyrie, they're probably the second seed in the East right now.
Kyrie, shave the beard, God. Now, let's talk about a dude who didn't come off the bench or even play last year. Carmelo Anthony. Man has shown me again why I love Carmelo. Not just because he got on the Thunder, but didn't do anything. But man has had, like, an incredible comeback, to be honest. I mean, with the help...
think he's the best all-around scorer of all time.
Oh, well. Being paired up with Damian Lillard sure helps. Especially because his first game on, he kind of played iffy. But then he started to shake off that rust and start coming back this season. In 2020, it looks like he's settling around as like an average old dude. However, we're like barely halfway through the season, to be honest. So I feel like Melo's about to come out of that shell if the Trailblazers can hit the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving into the new TV shows and shit, we're going to talk about something that made me literally shed tears in the high school cafeteria. Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 7's trailer just dropped on Wednesday, and I don't think I've ever been more excited for anything in my life. I saw this as they're about to literally complete Season 7 and fill it in with Episode 3, finally. Like, the dedication it takes to keep a show, like, in your mind from 2008 to 2020 is pretty amazing. The dedication it takes is crazy. They're finally going to finish Darth Maul's arc. They're going to adapt a comic that was supposed to be in Season 6. They're going to fill in plot holes from Rebels. And they're going to fill in shit from Episode 3 that was kind of shitty. I'm really goddamn excited. So keep your eyes open for February 21st, which is about a month from now, for that show to kick off. It's going to come out once a week, like most shows do. And also look out for the actual good stuff leaving Netflix, as Netflix is dropping almost every good movie they have. Infinity War's leaving Netflix for Disney Plus. And I honestly couldn't be happier, because Infinity War is probably one of the best Marvel movies ever made. At me if you disagree. I don't give a fuck. Aside from that, I mean, most of the Kenobi got delayed. Most of the Marvel shows got delayed. Literally, I can't name a show that doesn't have delays right now. I mean, you can flip over to DC Universe, though, and they've got a really damn good selection of shows if you fuck with DC. Like, the Red Sun movie, or the Red Sun comic, is being adapted into a movie next month. And I cannot be more happy, as that movie, or those comics, fucking slap. It's a 3-part comic, so it's not that much details, but it's honestly really good if you want to see a different side of the Justice League than you already have. I mean, if you played Injustice, it's not like that at all, because it's actually, like, pretty decent. I can't lie. Titans fucking sucks, but I could talk about that for the fattest minute, but y'all would be asleep. Doom Patrol. Have you seen Doom Patrol, Dig?
I can't say I have.
It fucking goes hard. Like, every hero, well, quote, hero, on that show you've never heard of, except for Cyborg, who's not really even in the Doom Patrol, but he's a really good addition. If you break it down from a filmmaking aspect, most of it is all practical. Cyborg's body is completely practical. None of it's CG. Like everything's CG. Like it looks like none of the budget was taken on it, but it still looks very good. I mean, even Robot Man, none of him is CG. Like, and talking about trash CG for a second, Birds of Prey and the fabulous or fantabulous emancipation of Harley Quinn. Are you excited?
Not sure how I feel about that.
I mean, the only thing I'm excited for is Ewan McGregor playing Black Mask. I really hope he doesn't fuck that up, though. I doubt he will, but it's DC, so
Yeah.
anything can happen. That's why I'm kind of excited for the Batman, to be honest. That movie's been pushed back a really fat while, but I think it's finally set on June.
Yeah, like, what was it, like 6 directors later, a completely new script and everything.
But I want them to reuse. I want them to actually like take from comic books this time. I don't want them to adapt a Batman v Superman type beat where it fucking is just Batman killing people.
Because, like, originally it was supposed to be Affleck just pretty much doing everything, running the whole show,
Yeah.
and then he kind of stepped
That
in.
Ben Affleck dropped out, and then they finally settled on a director, but they just kept having way too much shit happen. But I don't know. I'm kind of excited to be honest, but I was not hyped for the biggest, most ambitious DC crossover since Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths, where they killed off Oliver Queen. They literally killed off their best character twice.
Their only good character.
I mean, Flash used to be good, but then just shit writing constantly, shit characters, just terrible villains. Like they started like adapting their own villains. Like I must not be a big comic book dude, cause I don't know who the fuck Bloodwork is. I did a little bit of research, but other than that, I don't know who the fuck that is. Literally, this
Like
was the what?
when they had a couple seasons ago Dr. Alchemy at the beginning,
Yeah.
that was really cool. I think they should have had him for a full season.
And then they just
They had
wrote Savitar.
another group for Savitar. Mm, Savitar wasn't bad, but they could have made that better.
They literally just made it Barry. Oh, cool. Barry's a bad guy. The
and then
Thinker.
The Thinker, he was kind of cool, but they messed that up. And then there was one who was on there for like one episode. He was like a magician type dude, and that was cool. But they took him off.
Wait, the Music Meister, maybe?
No,
That episode was kind of good. You can call me a fruit all you want. I kind of played with it.
I like that one. I think it might have been Abracadabra,
That's it.
but if that's who I'm thinking of. His episode was cool.
That's it.
And then I wish they would bring back. I wish they would. The season with Zoom was really cool, but I wish they would bring
Facts.
back Reverse Flash.
I mean, the Reverse Flash was literally in every single crossover except for this one. He's been in every single one but this one.
And they did so much, like, from the beginning of the show to right before this season, everything they did pretty much hinted to the return of the Reverse Flash, and then they just changed everything.
Facts. Like, in the end of Season 6, like,
And
see you in the
of
next
every
crisis.
season, I'm pretty sure they hinted at.
But whatever. I mean, I don't know how I feel about DC right now. I mean, I'm kind of hyped, but I have no hope for Harley Quinn's movie. I don't know how I feel about the Batman. The only thing I'm excited for is the animated movies and Doom Patrol's second season.
Yeah.
But fuck being sad because Roddy Rich just beat out Pussy Bieber with the box. like the absolute heat song that now is on the #1 charts after Justin Bieber begging like a little pussy to get streams. Man literally
So
told
good,
his
man.
fans to leave his song on overnight on repeat. And Malcolm Miller dropped Circles last Friday. And it was pretty sad. I mean, like, it was a good album. However, I can't make it all the way through. You can call me a pussy if you want, but man literally sounds like he's ready to go in this album.
Yeah.
He sounded like he was just like, fuck this, I can't do this anymore. But it was a very good posthumous album, unlike a certain dead rapper we know.
Yeah.
Skins. Bad Vibes Forever. Ass.
There were a couple good songs on Bad Vibes Forever, but the
Like,
majority of it was pretty bad.
if you hop on Skins, literally, I used to think that there were a couple of good bangers on here, like 1 minute, but only because
Tell me 1 minute doesn't go in.
only because Kanye carried. I think I pissed him off. I mean, Bad went hard. Staring at the Sky went in because the man just fucking unleashes. But like,
that is the only memorable song from that album.
but literally,
For me.
the only reason Bad Vibes sucks, for my opinion, one, because it's like it's literally voice memo verses, but it's more of like a feature project than it is an X project.
Yeah.
Every song has like at least 2 features.
That's another thing I was impressed by with Circles. It was one of the
No features.
Yeah.
Literally, Circles went hard. I'll probably try to finish it, but only after I get through my 15th play of Music to Be Murdered By. Especially because I fucking love this album. Except for Young Ma, barely Ed Sheeran. The Slaughterhouse feature on I Will was kind of underwhelming, to be honest. No regrets, piece of garbage. Little Engine's catchy, but it kind of just, it's choppy. Mars just stupid as fuck. Godzilla, great posthumous track with the man Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD had a baller hook.
Can we get a round of applause for Juice WRLD being 6 weeks sober yesterday?
I don't know if that's very good to appreciate. But R.I.P. Juice WRLD. His opinion is his own.
I'm proud of him.
His opinion is his own. I don't endorse this. Unaccommodating featuring Young Ma? I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, man.
Went hard except for her. Especially because a week ago I didn't know if she was a boy or a girl.
Neither does Kodak, so.
Him weaving in the Alfred Hitchcock interlude, outro, and verse and Little Engine was amazing. Showing the flashbacks of this album to the original Music to Be Murdered By. Never Love Again is good. I don't know when he's going to get over doing features with Skylar Grey because they all sound exactly the same.
And that sound is very, very bad.
It's very boring. The Ed Sheeran feature didn't even bother me, unlike his last 2 projects with him.
Young M.A. and Ed Sheeran both had underwhelming features, but they weren't bad enough.
They weren't
to ruin
ruining.
songs.
Yeah. This album, honestly, this album could have been so much worse. Like, this album could have been like revival levels bad.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. I was very surprised. However, you know what wasn't bad though?
What wasn't bad?
Igor being nominated. I'm sorry, but
I don't know how I feel about it being nominated for Best Rap Album.
look at all these. Look what it's competing against, though. That's the thing. It's literally not competing with anything. except for
Yeah, 'cause-
Baby's album. I don't know if I'd even compete. Like, I wouldn't put.
yeah, because the other ones are Lost Boy by Corday,
I won't.
Championships by Meek Mill, which I guess that was January 2019. Revenge of the Dreamers, and then I Am I Was. All of them were really good, but
I kind of want I Am I Was to win. I mean, we're thinking about the. Please tell me
I
that's the
don't.
Savage album. Don't expose me.
Yeah, it is.
I want that to win, honestly. That one went hard as fuck.
I don't think Championships was a good enough album to
I mean,
be
yeah.
nominated.
Obviously, Igor's not going to win because it's too different, but I feel like I Am I Was, the Lost Boy or Championships is going to win. I wouldn't be surprised if Dreamers won, though. But
I just don't get how they're gonna nominate Corday for best rap song and not only best rap song but also best rap album, but not best new artist. That doesn't make a ton of sense.
I mean, for best rap performance, though, Chug needs to win. I know Baby gives you really good performances, but I mean, most of these suck.
If Clout with Offset and Cardi B wins, I will be upset.
Then the Grammys are rigged, so that's probably gonna win, honestly.
Yeah,
But I mean,
I could see Down Bad winning.
true.
That was a really good song.
So before I end this off,
I feel like Anderson .Paak will probably win best R&B. So that was a really good album.
probably yeah. So before I wrap this shit up, would you like to plug anything? Twitter, your Instagram, YouTube, whatever.
So I'm sure it'll be in the description.
All right, well, I'll put all this bullshit in the descriptions. So hopefully every week, every Saturday morning, Central Time, 10 a.m., a new episode of the YBC podcast will be uploaded. Next week, I'm going to have on the man, the myth, the legend, Cole Seavey. Y'all don't know him, but you will. He's a goddamn beast, a goddamn monster, and one of my best friends. So, to all my fellow alpha male gamers, sex havers, virgins, non-virgins, virgins, fuckers, and everything in between, I'm Zach Lewis with my co-host Nick Daigle. Peace the fuck out.